Morning, mighty companions. Good afternoon, mighty companions. Good evening, mighty companions. Today, in A Course in Miracles land, we are on lesson 46. God is the love in which I forgive. I love this lesson. So let's have a listen as to what our master teacher has to say today. So open your book. Lesson 46. God is the love in which I forgive. God does not forgive because he has never condemned. God does not forgive because God never actually condemned you. And there must be condemnation before forgiveness is necessary. Forgiveness is the great need of this world, but that is because it is a world of illusions. Those who forgive are thus releasing themselves from illusions, while those who withhold forgiveness are binding themselves to illusions. As you condemn only yourself, so do you only forgive yourself. As you condemn only yourself, so do you forgive only yourself. Although God does not forgive, his love is nevertheless the basis of forgiveness. Fear condemns, and love forgives. Forgiveness thus undoes what fear has produced, returning the mind to the awareness of God. For this reason, forgiveness can truly be called salvation. It is the means by which illusions disappear. Today's exercises require at least 3 full 5-minute practice periods and as many shorter applications as possible. 3 times 5 is 15. 15 minutes out of 24. It's a lot, innit? Dedicating 15 minutes to remember that God is the love in which I forgive. 15 minutes of your day, guys. I think we can manage that. Begin the longer practice periods by repeating today's idea to yourself as usual. Close your eyes as you do so and spend a minute or two in searching your mind for those whom you have not forgiven. It does not matter how much you have not forgiven. You have forgiven them entirely or not at all. If you are doing the exercises well, you should have no difficulty at all in finding a number of people you have not forgiven. It is a safe rule that anyone you do not like is a suitable subject. Mention each one by name and say, God is the love in which I forgive you. Michael Dale Cox. God is the love in which I forgive you. Misha Alexei. God is the love in which I forgive you. Trevor. God is the love in which I forgive you. Barbara. God is the love in which I forgive you. Rita. God is the love in which I forgive you, Robert. God is the love in which I forgive you, Emma. God is the love in which I forgive you, Adam. God is the love in which I forgive you, David. God is the love in which I forgive you, Mark. God is the love in which I forgive you, Thelma Lynn Wilkinson. God is the love in which I forgive you. God is the love in which I forgive you. God is the love in which I forgive you. So, as you can see, once you start going, the names, they just keep on coming. Okay. The purpose of the first phase of today's practice is to put you in the best position to forgive yourself. After you have applied the idea for today to all those who have come to mind, tell yourself, God is the love in which I forgive myself. Then devote the remainder of the practice period to adding related ideas such as, God is the love with which I love myself. God is the love in which I am blessed. The form of the applications may vary considerably, but the central idea should not be lost sight of. You might say, for example, Tamsin cannot be guilty because I am a daughter of God. I have already been forgiven. No fear is possible in a mind beloved of God. There is no need to attack because love has forgiven me. The practice period should end, however, with a repetition of today's idea as originally stated. God is the love in which I forgive. The shorter applications may consist either of a repetition of the idea for today in the original or in a related form as you prefer. Be sure, however, to make more specific applications if they are needed. They will be needed at any time during the day when you become aware of any kind of negative reaction to anyone, present or not. In this event, tell him or her silently, God is the love in which I forgive you. So beautiful. Forgiveness, huge key to healing the mind. So this lesson is basically teaching us to forgive ourselves. But we're getting there by going through the list of peeps in our past and present that we have unforgiveness in our hearts for. And like you said at the beginning, you can't forgive a little, you either forgive altogether or not at all. So enjoy your lesson. Forgive, forgive, forgive. I love you guys. See you on the next one.